Now it's saying I have excellent connection. It was saying excellent before. I don't know. IT Stoli. Tell me what I did wrong. Hey there, Triforce. I'm sorry. Cut out while I was talking and everything. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, if it cuts out again, it's not. It's not even a weather thing. I don't even know what it could be. They can't be acting like I ain't paid my bill, cause I definitely paid my bill. Yeah, there's no money due. Just to be sure, I checked to make sure, like I had it. It's like, hey, you ain't pay your bill, cause you just being too forgetful. Forgetful. Wasn't gonna say nothing. So it is a mess. Ooh, this is like in the way. There you go. But yeah, so now my mojo. I gotta get my mojo back. Hopefully, hopefully we get some work done. Yes, we did. We reset. We went ahead and reset the modem to see. But I mean, like, yeah, it definitely cut all the way off. It was definitely orange. Hello, hello. Sorry. I checked to make sure I paid my bill and everything. So I think we just had a technical difficulty. I don't know what happened. It just cut out and I didn't reconnect fast enough for it to just keep on going with the stream. Thank you very much. I've had like all the neck like anything that I have, I've had it for so long. It was like a what's that MLM? It was Premier Jewelers, Premier Jewelry. I don't think they exist anymore, but a long time ago, I went to a party and got a bunch of stuff. And was like, yes, I'm keeping these forever because you can replace them. You can like if something happens to it, you can turn it back in and replace it. But they didn't. They're gone now, I think, because I definitely have something that's broken. I can't find their website or anything, so I think they're gone. One of these days, I'll try to fix it myself. But yeah, yes, definitely blame Snowly. Definitely blame Snowly. Like any IT, any type of technical difficulties, that is who you blame. Okay, that's who you blame. That's the one you're gonna go to. That's the one you're gonna go to. So I guess once we hit 7 o'clock, we'll go ahead and try again to see if we can do another sprint. Let me go ahead and just put it at the 20 minutes so we can start right at 7 o'clock to do another sprint. So what are you working on, Triforce? Are you working on anything in particular today? I know Z's over there. Snowly's doing inking on some artwork. Yes, yes, very much so. Oh wow, oh wow. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I just like with it's such a gamble. I mean, we live in an old apartment, so they told us a long time ago that the whatever tubing that they use when they do the cabling for apartments, you're pretty much kind of stuck with that tubing until um like that you had all of the units have to be pretty much towed up. So if that's the case, while we're still here, hopefully we're not gonna be here for much longer. But if that's still the case, then maybe they'll update it. But there's no guarantee that they'll update it. The wiring and stuff. Because you have the choice of being able to be on dish over here too. So some people who have dish, they're never gonna know if there's any type of issue in a unit for the cable. Working on the video. Okay. Okay, it is 7 o'clock. So if you're working on anything, go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and move into the sprint, and we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna hope it keeps going. If it does not, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, we'll try it again. But at least if it gets good, keeps going, we'll keep on going until 8 o'clock. And apartment cabling and old complexes usually have to be redone or torn out and replaced. Right, they need it. That's pretty much what it needs. Like several of the technicians that came out of the wall, like the last year when we were trying to do a convention video, they said that that's what needed to happen. But the thing is, they're not gonna pay to get that done. So this is where we live. But all right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So happy writing, happy working on your art, everything. All right. So how did we do? We stayed connected. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Made it back. Okay. Eat the food. You have acquired dinner. Like it. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for our technical difficulties, but this is a whole different stream. Let's see. Oh, I am at. So now I'm at 1076. So let me get the calculator. I ain't mathing today. Oops. 1076 and 446. Now that might have been a little longer than 20 minutes, but yeah. So I got 630 words for this one. 1075. Awesome. What is it? 1075, right? Nope. 629 words. $152 and some pizza consumed. All right, good. 302. That was time. All right. Where's that? Okay, that word. Good. Like to hear we're making progress. Whoop whoop. Like I said, it might have been a little longer than 20 minutes because I forgot to start the timer. I noticed it later. It's like, I got all into this. Like I said, I'm liking this dabble. I hope I might keep it. But I still got some more time to play around with it and learn more about it. See what other features they have that I'm going to, if I like them or not, enough to try to purchase it. Because I definitely don't want to do the subscription version. I want it because that's going to be a waste of money after a short amount of time, because you might as well have bought it. And then I have a 50% off NaNoWriMo coupon for the other thing. So that might be the way to go if I keep it. Okay. I'm hearing good things. People like it, and which I like it. I like that it like goes into the distraction free mode, I guess, in order for you to keep on going. I know I do that. I lock down my computer, like I turn off the Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi. I disconnect the internet from my computer when I'm trying to like truly focus, so I won't go and check stuff. And I go put my phone in another room, which is not hard to do because I leave my phone everywhere. And I had to tell Snowly not to, please don't bring it to me. Leave it where it's at. I got some work to do. So usually that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I know. You're the reason why I figured I'd try it out, because I like that it kept your goal on there, for your word counts and everything. So yeah, I wanted to try it out. Yes. Now I hope y'all get the credit for the link, because like I said, I think it was because they already had my stuff set up. Like I had the email and I had to reset my password and stuff. So I'm like, I hope it counts, because I didn't try the trial. I guess unless I tried it and they knew it, that I didn't set up nothing else in there, because it definitely still had the 14-day trial. So I hope I hope y'all get it. I mean, like once NaNoWriMo run through, I'd be like, I sign up, I get all the stuff that I can get from it, unless I already had it, because I think they had Scrivener last year too, or they always had it. Ended up buying Dabble. I really like it. I've used it for over a year. Okay, good. Okay, because I'm liking Pro Writer's Aid. I like that one better for the fiction writing. And I was like, why not with the Dabble? Now I've had Plotter for a while, but like I said before, Plotter's, if I really don't see where I can really do too much with the manuscript in there. So I need to play around with Plotter a little bit more too, and see if there's like any other benefit other than the fact that it helps me keep my stuff organized with the back and forth of the summary, the story information, and the characters and all that good stuff. I like being able to put pictures of the characters on there too. I'm a very visual person. trying to do this medium where you got to create the visions in your head. Uh, I like that it saves on the cloud. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. That is a benefit. Now I was writing like most of the time I would write and put my stuff in Drive, Google Drive. So I mean I still do. I still copy whatever I do in Dabble and put it in there. Because I don't know what happens. Like if I decided I don't want to get Dabble, will it let me access what I've already written, or will it be gone? We don't know. We're not gonna find out. Cause but go ahead and save everything that I write in Dabble into a Google document. Yeah. So I did the question I was trying to ask when I was before I was really interrupted by the internet deciding that it didn't want to be here. I was asking what everybody was reading. I'm currently reading Delicious Monsters right now. Isn't that what it's called? I'm like halfway through. It is messy Ken, messy boots. I love it. I love it. I have so many questions all the time. I am, yeah, well, more than I'm 1/3, 2/3 through because I have 5 more hours to go. Yeah, on here. Whoop. Don't miss my spot. Whoop. There you go. I'm loving it. The board and my computer crashed and lost everything. Could you recover the doc or the program and the whole thing again? I did not. Oh yeah, absolutely. Once we can't use it anymore, I'm not gonna be worried too hard. I do go ahead and save the files periodically in the converted ones. So I guess the more updated Scrivener. I don't know if it did it previously, but I like the feature to where I can make it into a Word document, and then I just throw those in the Google Drive too. Google Drive at some point there's gonna be like you're gonna have to pay for this. I haven't made it yet, but it's like you got too much stuff saved. Reading We Are the Origin in English, okay, and oh, I would not know how to say that. La Mutanada Liquida. Terrible, terrible. And I'm glad you're reading the Re Auto Origin. Please let us know how you like it or not, or whatever you like. Because Chelsea, I'm sure Chelsea would love to know. We are reading Bones in the Wind by Tatiana Obey, but I'm not very far yet because I haven't had time. Okay, okay. Bones in the Wind. That's an interesting title. A Forging of Age book. Okay. Wait, no. That's not. Oh no, that it is. Let's see. Ooh, that cover is pretty. I'm a cover hole. I love. The cover is so pretty. Look at her. Okay, I might have to try this one out. See if I like it. Chinese Shadow Season to Elman's record. Okay. Yes, the cover is gorgeous. Yes, you were correct. And I'm trying to look up. Let's see. La. Now the cover for La Mutania Liquida It's very pretty too. I don't think I'm not gonna get that right unless somebody I'm listening to somebody say it and repeat it quite a few times. All right, we always love some book suggestions and stuff, but will say I will say that I'm really enjoying Delicious Monsters. I know Chelsea already read it, but ooh, I don't know why I didn't believe her because I did like Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate. I liked them. There was some weird things in it. Oh, Liquid Mountain, absolutely. All right, I like that one. So the Liquid Mountain book. Thinking it in English, I will definitely try to read it, or maybe I should try to like learn another language. We definitely did try, but I have lost all of my high school foreign language classes. I think I had some in college too. Probably did good at some point at one time with them. But yes, all right. So we need to put 20 minutes on the clock to try to get in another one. Try to finish out strong. Where pen go? We do another one, 3. I need to definitely put down. I want to make it to the 1500. Go ahead and finish up another part of this chapter. Interesting reading Delicious Monsters one day for sure. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'm really enjoying it. It's a very smooth. Well, right, I'm listening to it mostly now because I have to do a bunch of art stuff for the convention. But yes, absolutely, it was a good one. Absolutely, yes. Really like that one. Bloodlight, her book, Bloodlight Magic, Bloodlight Fate were pretty good. I thought it was a little rushed in Bloodlight Fate at the end. But other than that, I didn't really have anything bad to say about that particular book. But I like both of them. Like I said, there was some weird stuff. A couple things that kind of set people off. But other than that, you get past that, you're okay. But all right, let's go ahead and get this time up here and let's get started. We got another 20-minute sprint. Now make sure if you need to, go get you some water. Go get you a snack. Whatever you need to do. Talk to you in a bit. Good luck. All right, all right. How was that one for you? Ooh. Let's see. I was able. So I'm at. What am I at? 1678. All right. 1678. Ooh. Minus. What was that? 1075. Okay, 603. That one went well too. I'm liking this one. I corrected some stuff, and now I'm in the 4th chapter. Corrected some stuff on the previous draft, so I'm liking the progress. I want to keep going, but then I kind of don't, because I don't know if the internet is going to decide it doesn't work. I mean, it's stayed excellent. I've been keeping my eye on the on the connection, but I don't know. Normally I do stop at 8 o'clock, but for these sprints we have been going a little bit more. Oh, got 08 snacks. Hey, you gotta take care of yourself. So that ain't nothing. You ain't eating no snacks. You've been thinking about food all right, and you might not have been able to get nothing done anyway. And I gotta eat dinner too. We had to start late on dinner, but what can you do? Everything grapes and cheese. 134 at that time. The scene is just not flowing for me easily. I need to work on development, it seems. All right, that's understandable. Sometimes while you're in there, you realize that it's not gonna work with something else. Maybe that's why I do a lot of back and forth. Like I'm messing with the outline, timeline. Um, one of the things that I do struggle with is like descriptions. So I know I have to go in and mess around like with layouts of areas and stuff like that. I'm like, I done toe up this area. There was no way this could possibly happen in this area because my dumb self set up that this place stays like dark. It's full of the corrupted magical gems in that area. Like it's like okay, so my story is my premise for this book, the series that I'm working on, is that there's this magical ore or gems, and depending on the color, it's going to depend on the type of power you're going to be able to get from it and use. But they're not infinite; they will get used up. So there was like this big race to be able to find as much of the gems, like a gold rush, pretty much, and so cities, kingdoms, full things. They're being built on this stuff, but they're using it up. And there are dragons that are there, and they were the ones who showed the people how to be able to use it and stuff. And they had like a working relationship. And then the humans were getting greedy, and they kept on doing worse and worse and worse. Then they started fighting each other trying to get it. It's just a whole mess with them. So part of them processing the gems in order to use them creates runoff, and when it creates that runoff, it mixes together and creates like a wasteland effect. So I wanted to use that, and in that area, like there's a lot of the foliage, everything that's around the shrubbery, anything has been corrupted. So then it's super thick. It's hard for you to. There's no way you're gonna see. So I had messed up. In another part later on in the story where daylight was getting through and stuff, it's like, no, this should not be able to happen at this moment if I do want the magic release from it to be the case. So anyway, yeah, so I'm always trying to figure out how to fix freaking descriptions and keep everything in order. Like, even though I keep a timeline, sometimes you get in that flow and you be like, oh, well, goodness, this is how this is gonna work and this kind of work, and then you forget. That, okay, crap, you shouldn't have put that. I shouldn't have put that there because this is not possible. Hey, Cameo. I hope everything is going well. But yeah, if y'all I'll stay. Maybe we could try one more. You think? Oh, thank you. I hope. See, that's what I'm hoping that I can do this, because most of the things that I usually do are short stories for anthologies and stuff, and this has been an endeavor, I tell you, because I did write another draft of it was called Spell of the Bayou. Hated it, wrote it again, hated it a little bit less, but I haven't went back and touched it because I've been really wanting to do this series, so that's what I've been doing. What? Oh, thank you. Speaking of food, I got foods. Okay, one more. Yes. I said yes, absolutely. I'm a mess with descriptions, boy. Ooh wee. So okay, so we'll do another one. I have enough music to last through another one, so we'll do that. I'm sorry the technical difficulties messed me up earlier. But at least we'll be getting 4, because normally we do get 4 in from 6 to 8. So this will work out. Oh, okay, yes. Absolutely. You'll get it. Get it. Now you're fed. You have acquired food. You're ready to go. I am having it was a tasty. What is this one? It's a pasta. It's one of those dinners. Tasty pasta. I don't know. I can ask. Box dinner. It's a box dinner. But we were trying it out, and you had to add spinach. It has creamy Tuscan chicken dinner kit. That's the one we're trying today. So it has pasta. We had to add spinach to it, and sun dried tomatoes if you wanted to get fancy. So I figured why not. But our favorite is tikka masala from them. Just wonderful. That's the only rice I can make and not tear it up unless it's in the rice cooker. So you have to cook that one on the stove because that's the choice you have. And I don't want to risk messing up the rice and by not cooking it on the stove as the directions say. But any other thing that I cook and it has anything, if it has rice in it, it's not already being like super flavored. It's like a box, like all the seasoning together. Can't happen. Rice or grits, I tear them up all the time. I cook everything else. I'm fine. I think I'll be, really doing some work in the kitchen. But you tell me to make you some rice, you ain't gonna be liking the rice. But if I make the tikka masala one, ooh, that works out. It's the perfect measurement. Perfect. Yes. I'm excited. So I am going to get off camera for a couple minutes so I can be able to take a few bites when we're just doing the next sprint. Yeah, that tikka masala. I will tell you that's the favorite right there. Well, we normally don't have such a late one, but we did have to do a late one. Didn't take out the chicken until late. And that happens. But I'm like here, I still don't see how that happens. Like I say, hey, take the you call the kid, which my mama used to do this to me. You call the kid and be like, hey, I need you to take that chicken out the freezer. And you're like, okay, so you take the chicken out the freezer. And okay, fine, but then whatever you're doing, you ain't gonna get it done. You reading, writing, whatever I was doing when I was a kid, we would forget playing the game, whatever we're doing, and that was gonna get us in trouble. But then, when they get home, they coming, you're trying to throw that thing. I remember trying to thaw out some chicken breast in the microwave. That was the worst thing we could have ever done, and I know that thing say defrost. They lying. I don't know. I don't know if they've ever fixed that on microwaves, but they was definitely lying back in the day when I was getting in trouble for not taking the chicken out in the morning when my mama called and told me to when she was at work. So, still happens to this day. I know with all these kids, but my kid, I'd be like, "Hey, it's your turn to cook dinner tonight. What you cooking? Oh, I'm gonna do one of those chicken things. Okay, fine, cool. You're gonna have to take out some chicken." Still doesn't. It don't happen. I'm just telling all our business. I'm sorry. She's on here. But yeah, kids will be kids no matter what. Don't matter what their age is, because I definitely be at my mama's house doing stuff and be like, all right, mama, I'm gonna do it. I don't do it. Forget all about it. Oh my goodness, not. But now I'm at the age and got some funds to where I have to go. I be like, okay, I'll go buy dinner. Dang. He's like, all right. Especially now when we go down to Louisiana, we have to stay with my grandmama. we forgetting all. First of all, we come down here for home cooked meals anyway. So unless we're going to Buttercrisp, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about this food. Because Buttercrisp is that's where you go if you want. Ooh, Buttercrisp. If you ever down Louisiana, they got a Buttercrisp around. I highly recommend. Donuts are on point. Hamburgers are on point. Oh my gosh. They're great. But okay, let's go ahead and get this other stream in while I'm sitting here talking. I told y'all. Get to talk about food. I'm hungry, obviously. So I'm going to probably get off the camera for a couple minutes, but let's get some more words in. All right. How did you do? How'd you do? Get my number. So I gotta just let's see. 1678. So on number 4. Oop. 1914. So 236 for that one. I did eat though. 914. I am above the 1500 word count though. Nah, just words. Reading the most reading chapters of weird. Lucky. We'll keep it going because we could fit another one in. I think we can keep on going because then that keep me up on the word count. I'm in the chapter 4 right now, or at least for the rewrite. There's still, like I was mentioning earlier, there's notes for descriptions and stuff. I'm gonna have to kind of play around a little bit more with the descriptions because I'm like this sound real bland. Story things. So I gave up and started journaling. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta take a break off, from what you're, you know, doing, and you're like nose deep in it, and then when you take that break, you go off and do other stuff. Then it works. That's why I crochet now, because I started crocheting a little while back, within the last 2 years. I started crocheting, and it was like it emptied my brain because, well, you gotta follow the directions if you want to make, like, I know people do the freehand, but I'm not that skilled yet. At least not that I know of. At least, but like even when I'm trying to learn a little bit more about drawing, you want to make it look right. But with crochet, as long as you do the correct stitch that they're telling you to do in the pattern, you're okay. It doesn't. You get faster with muscle memory versus making like anatomy correct with muscle memory. Like so I tried to use drawing as the way to kind of get away from writing, but then or trying to figure out how to work through something. But with crochet, you gotta count and do the correct stitch, and you should be okay, and you'll make something that you can use later. So absolutely, if you gotta move on to a different project, get it. Okay, great. Okay next week? Okay, I'm impatiently waiting. Right, no fair, not at all. Being a primary feedback provider has its perks. I really like the title PFP. I never record a little vid for my first read of the Trans Rights readathon instead of writing. No, hey, with these sprints, you can do what you need to do. I say we're drinking and writing, but you don't have to drink. You don't have to write. You can just chill, listening to the music. Tell me, Ashley, you are a bad DJ or you a great DJ. Whatever you want to do, just do anything you want during these sprints. You ready? All right. You absolutely. I will send you your mushroom hat. I still want the. Oh, you still want the. Right, so see, and now since that was a little bit easier, like the other things I've made have been pretty up there, and I found out that she is like intermediate to advanced, the Twisted Hatter, where I get a lot of those patterns from, and I didn't know that. I was just like, I'm learning a new stitch. She has that stitch in this pattern. Why not? So then I started learning it. And it takes a while for me to get through it, but once I make it like the second time, it's much faster than it was the first time I went through it, because now you kind of expect the changes that she's asking you for. And then with the kitty hats, she was making that for it to be a beginner. So that was a whole different ball game. It's just basically you make like a long, like it's like 36 rows of, 36 stitches with like 30 something rows, 30, 40 rows, depending on what it is. You fold it, and then you sew the top of it. And then you can make it into the ears, and then you add like mushrooms and stuff, or whatever you want to add. Like you can make, maybe you can make one. I've been thinking about making like another one and doing like chocolates or something, because learned how to make a cookie. But it looks like an Oreo cookie. So like, why not? But yeah, when I make them again, I'll be posting them up on my coffee page. I probably would put like a section I should have been writing. Like items for should have been writing. I should have been arting something. Let's see. Give me some break from writing is important. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. Right? I messed up. Because okay, the hat that I wound up being wanting to make was that Kraken hat. And that is way too advanced for me. And so I had to stop working on it because I didn't know what she was talking about in this pattern. And then I had to go and I made the actual first thing I made and completed was a little shark. So yeah, and that was like, it was very small compared to this big old hat with all the tentacles and stuff. I was losing my mind. And then after a few more, I made a giraffe, a washcloth. What else I did? Then I made a spider. Then I did the Kraken. So yeah, so I had to kind of like move up. But the spider was pretty, it was not too bad. It was just a lot of pieces because you have to sew it. Like you had to make all of the segments of it. And I know spiders ain't the best of things, but it was really cozy. It's like made out of that blanket yarn. So it was really, it was really fluffy. I don't want to make it sound like it's easy. It's not like I said, it makes me blank out of all of the other stuff that I'm doing. So then if I'm like, I need to take a break, I know if I start working on a crochet, like anything, I'm going to have to pay attention to what I'm doing or it's not going to come out right. So then I'll have to, like, you can unravel it and do it again, but who wants to do that? So yeah, I'll do it, but I have always been really crafty. So maybe it is kind of, it comes to me pretty quickly. I did test real high on like 3D, what was it called? 3D visualization or something like that when they try to get me in the army. Don't be deceived. sometimes they pretty up there. Can I put in a request for a hat? I want one to show off on my streets. Like I said, I got some more yarn. I got some more yarn, so I'll be getting to it and see what we can do with this mushroom hat. Yeah. It's so cute. Right. Do it right or do it twice. That's, hey, I don't want to do it again. And then that's the thing. Like sometimes you can make a mistake and you'll be able to kind of cover it up. But if it's like that hat, it probably has some mistakes inside of it, but it's such a fluffy yarn. But if you have a different type of, if it didn't have so many textures, it probably would have been way easier to see if there were any mistakes. In which I think there was, because when I got to that real fluffy brown yarn, I couldn't see what I was doing. I had to feel for the area that she wanted us to use. Oh, scarf is not finished. Hey, now let's see. A scarf is. I didn't finish the scarf. I will. I'm with you. I was trying to make a scarf for a kid, a baby scarf, so it wasn't a big one, and I was like, nope. But I think it was probably because it didn't change, and you really just, now that's even more counting. So I guess when it's like a real long chains, I usually avoid those projects. Absolutely, finger knitting does count. Yes. Seen someone else knit a scarf. See someone else knit it. No, that don't count. Well, were you watching and just trying to figure it out the whole time? If that's what you were doing, then okay, maybe. Did it clear your mind up and you were able to think of something else? Possibly. Okay, let's see. We got. Oh, let me pull out. Ooh, we only got 10 more minutes in that one. So let me pull up another one. So that's number 9. And we're going to pull it. Let me make sure 8 is up, ready to go when that one ends. All right, so let's go keys. All right, so we're going to do another 20-minute sprint. And then that should, if we make it through it, if the internet connection stays up, then we'll make it through it and we'll be able to finish out the night. And the fluffy yarn is the best because it's soft, but it's super hard to use. Another reason why well, yeah, it is kind of hard to use because it's easy to think that I know I've broken a lot of the fluffy yarn before, but the Casa yarn that I used for the hat, that one actually had really thick like areas in it. Like it kept everything pretty together, like because it was such weird textures in it. I think that's probably what happened. So I lucked out on that one, but when it's like the regular blanket yarn, yeah, I broke a whole bunch of yarn working on that spider. So I know it can be terrible if that's what you were doing. I know that's what I was doing. Couldn't stand it. But okay, so let me get. Did I do the time? Yeah, I did the time. All right, so let's get started. We'll do another 20-minute sprint, and then we'll talk in a few minutes. 20 minutes. All right. Almost didn't. Almost didn't. Switch. How did you do? How did you do? Let me get my. Let me get the count. 2, 2, 6, 7. I don't think I did much there. I was definitely taking breaks so I could eat. But I'm probably gonna need to like truly eat. 2, 2, 6, 7. Minus 1, 1, 4. 353. Not too bad. Okay, yes, absolutely. When it's real, especially if it's like that super duper fluffy blanket yarn, be fighting. Which luckily I had, so one of the stitches for the cat hats, you have to stitch in like the extra piece of yarn that's like at the bottom, like kind of the bump of the yarn. So you had to feel for it so you can get to it. So I was able to get away with it on that one, but not that. Not very much. I think there's some gaps because I definitely feel it when I put it on the hat, and I can, if I put my fingers in it, there's some that seems like it's too far apart. Okay, did some editing? Yes. Read some stuff I can't disclose. Ah! Rubbing it in our faces. Make my way through the chapter and prepping for the next scene. All right. Good work. Good work. So we were able to get 5 done. Whew. Because this is definitely at past my normal time, but yeah, we could keep on talking for a few more minutes. I think I'm pretty much done. I did make my goal for today. I wish I did write a bit more in today earlier today, but I had to go to the doctor. Right, right. I mean, some BS. but yeah, so since I had to go up there, it wound up being longer than normal. I thought it was just like one of those regular checks because he had to see me. He had to do the quick whatever X-ray. I was not getting the MRI. All right, you better not send me up there to get a, which he tried. Tried to get me to go get an MRI, but he was like, "Well, we'll hold off since they were like, you got a little inflammation back there, but other than that, there's no further damage." So they're like, normally they see more damage, so at least they didn't. So I'm very glad about that. Man, I feel like it was a little bit more than like, what is that, 3%? I'm like, maybe because I drank it so slow. Or it's probably because I really need to actually eat. Nah, yeah, it's not that much in there. I don't know. We found it in the refrigerator. Oh, you had to. Well, I mean, if he tells it apart, being honest, that's I'd rather get it torn apart in the beginning stages, like before you get it to everybody else, before the sale, especially. I mean, which that's my fear. I am fearful of there being something that could have been like easily fixed, and we missed it. And then now I have to either update. But I want to do printed, and I don't want to. I mean, I understand it's possible that even with editors, developmental, structure, all that good stuff, it can still possibly have a few typos here or there or something like that. I understand that, but if it's like some jarring plot hole, I would be upset. And in which I know there are authors who spend like the next sequel kind of fixing those plot holes and things like that, but I'm a little. I won't get that. I know I won't get that leeway. Like it's gonna get towed down if something like that were to happen. So that is one of my fears about it. But I'm gonna have to get over it because I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know if I want to do rapid release though. I mean, I would like to, since I do have the series and I've been basically writing all of them kind of in tandem now, the first 3 of them, and it opens up to another one because all the seeds I was able to put into the first 3. And if I wanted to continue on, I could and connect something because I want a multiverse of not madness, but just a multiverse. I'm having a good time. Good. Glad you're liking it. There's something wrong with every book. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would like to be able to, if it's something, I guess more of, I don't want it to be a situation to where if I just gave myself some time or something, like maybe if I rushed through a part of it that I fixed or thought I fixed, and then see that, oh goodness, I could have did that way better like later. I think it's just more of, did I give myself enough time? Like I need to do a video on the scheduling that I'm trying to do. So for Camp Nano, I am going to keep up with doing streams and try to just do maybe 2, or unless y'all want to get together and do another couple weeks of streaming, then I could jump in on that and we can add more days if needed. But I would like to do I'm going to do a planning video because I need to redo my plan for the writing because we got stuff happened, and so now I need to redo my planning for when I want to have this ready for beta readers and all that kind of stuff. So I probably need to do another video. I probably need to, that's probably what I need to be doing tomorrow. Just filming the B-roll stuff while I'm talking about everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, to get beta readers. Right. I want to get a bunch of beta readers too. Yes. Yes, they let you know. If you have a good diverse group, and that's another thing, it needs to be qualified. A diverse group. Absolutely. Yes. So yes, I'm going to start putting it up there. I've finished working on my website. So now I just actually have to get it, make it go live. So I finished doing that. And I'm still on the fence about offering something like a short story of the like zero, I guess the zero book of the series as a reward for joining the newsletter. I still don't know. I like the idea because I definitely do sign up for newsletters and read the books that I get for newsletters and stuff. Now I might not read the newsletters very much, but at least I got that book and I can read that book. So I like the idea of offering that, but I'm still kind of on the fence. But I want to have the first book done before I make the website live because I want to be able to sell it on my website too. This is about just giving yourself enough time to get some distance and perspective. True, yeah, I do have to. I definitely schedule breaks and stuff when I'm doing, even when I'm doing like the short stories. Okay. Yeah, it is next month. I was like, when is the Camp Nano? We were talking about that last on Friday. I was like, oh, it is next month. Good gracious. We might be a little, yeah. But I think for here, I think since we've been doing it, and this does keep me on track because even when I have to do, once the convention is over, I don't have anything else to do until June. So then I can stick to writing and plotting and figuring out any other like nicks in the story that I can fix before I get it over to Z and my mom, and so she'll read it. You know, I gotta take out any naughty parts though. She'll be like, I don't want to read that. Be like, Mama, you need to make sure. I need to make sure that peg A goes in slot B correctly, and you need to. You know, she edits stuff too. She be like, no. And my brother, he won't read it, but my sister-in-law reads it, and my brother won't read it because anytime he reads anything that I write, he hears it in my voice. So then he's like, so he gets to those parts. He be like, nope, I don't read anything you write. But he'll read like the ones where they're in the anthologies because he knows, unless it's specifically an anthology that's like about naughty stuff or whatever, he knows that I'm not gonna have it in there. Offering nothing. I know that people are signing up for what they free thing they can't really afford. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like something like you put all this work into it, you're gonna get it edited, you're gonna pay to get it edited, or you're gonna really do it for free. Like I have to like, even like Z, whenever I get like extra stickers and things like that, he's like, nah, you selling them, don't give them away. I'm like, that's, advertising, what you talking about? But you're like, don't give it away. And he never wants me to reduce pricing, but I'm like, we got to get rid of some of this stock, honey, because I got too much of this thing and it's not as popular as some of the other ones. But I don't want to buy the other like tote bags, messenger bags and stuff like that until I get I get some room, because we're not staying in a big place. So okay, let me move to, I don't know if I can do. Oh yeah, I have some more. Do y'all want to do another one? I can do maybe one more. Let's see. Probably go back to streaming 1 to 2 times a week starting April 17th. Okay, yeah, this after you get it out to the betas and all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. welcome. We talking about some foolishness. My mama be mad. My brother mad. Everybody mad. I said when the first time I wrote. Okay, so my pen name is Naomi Fox, and what was it called? It was to summon a succubus, and the premise was that you could text the succubus like this hotline, and you would have like this night of debauchery, and then you would go back home, and you would, if depending on like if you had like magical abilities and things like that, you would kind of remember what happened, or you won't, but you had to like consent to the debauchery and stuff with the succubus. But that was the way she was able to get this like spell done to where she was like a head of a coven. And she would do it, and I had made the cover and everything. You know, that's when I was like, I don't know nothing about book covers, but I'm gonna put this little I'm gonna put this lady on the book cover and draw her up or whatever. And terrible story. But it was so fun. And we got the book cover put onto a cake and had a celebration for it. And then my brother's like, super excited or whatever. He's like, yeah, you got book, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, so what is that? Oh, it's erotica. Oh my goodness. just all life just left him. It's like, I don't think it. Don't tell me nothing else. To say anything to me is always right. Yeah, you can't associate yourself with free. True, I agree, and then I don't. I be like, come on. People are supposed to value what they pay. If you give it away for free, that's the quality. You're right. So nothing is free. Nothing. I know. Z, that's pretty much what Z tells me. And I'm like, look, we gotta get it out of here. What we gonna do? we gotta get it out of here. For the newsletter situation, like I said, I know people sign up for it when you got something with it, but I'm like, I think just seeing my personality in these posts and stuff might be enough. So absolutely, family support, absolutely. But he was gone. He was like, no. He was not having it. He was like, I don't want none of that cake. He was mad. He was upset. Absolutely. Celebrating debauchery. Mom was in on it. As long as I ain't tell her what it was. She was like, we're gonna get a cake. We're gonna get cake with, we're gonna get whipped icing. We're gonna I mean, that's when you know you did good. You get some cupcakes with some whipped icing on it from Sam's. Peak entertainment. Peak entertainment goodness. Yeah, he's do the same thing. Like yes, goodbye. Like they're not saying it. So I love reading author newsletters. Okay. Yeah, I do too. Like but I do like them when they have the free stuff. But like I said, they're really short. But I'm like, and now that I've gotten into doing writing more and more, it's like you gotta get this edited. There's like I can edit pretty good if I let it sit for like at least 2 months. I could probably find the mistakes, but if you're trying to get it done, you're on a timeline. I know there would be so many more mistakes than normal in there. So, but okay, since we still here, I guess, and the internet hasn't dropped me off, I can maybe do one more. So let's get us a sprinting. Love that it's the whipped icing that does it for yeah. It's like, yes, absolutely. Put some whipped icing on that bad boy. You good to go. Now, the only thing I don't like is that, so we had to get the other cake because it has a picture on it. You can't put whipped icing on those. They won't put the picture on it, the fondant picture thingy, and which is good because that fondant don't need to be tearing up my whipped icing anyway. But you gotta go for the buttercream. But yes, whipped icing. Woo woo. All right, so let's get to another 20-minute sprint, and then some of us don't share that they read. True. That is a good idea, though. Yeah, what you're reading or why? Okay, yeah, that's a good idea because I don't be on social media like that anyway. That's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get at least one more sprint in, and let me shut up. Let me shut up.
What you think of that?
Okay, okay. How did y'all do for that one? Me, I gotta get my stuff together. Yeah, 2725. Two. 458 for me on that one. That one was good. And yes, I pinned the link just in case. Should be able to easily find it for the beta reading if you want to join us live. It's fun. I remember one of the things. Chelsea said I had like some response I had to the world building of Roth's area, and I need to reread the night one, like the dusk till dawn. There was something that I put in there, and I was like, and I was told later, I was thinking about it. Absolutely was completely different way of thinking about it, but it just opened my eyes to see like sometimes you interpret things, or you're just embedding the feeling, because it was pretty much, I think it was like the day. So you had the day. So Ross, sun. So everything is new, updated. Technology is awesome, and then the night is old, dusk. Later, then you lay down, later rest, get rest. Everything pretty much stays still and stay the same. So I remember that, and that was a fun. That was like it was like, okay, well maybe that was a little much, but I was like, yeah, that's all I was thinking when I when I read through that part. And I didn't know that Chelsea was getting like all the updates like individually. I didn't know that when I type in, I'm like, you know what, I would have whooped this character's behind on, anything that I said, or like being upset that they're like doing something that I feel like, well, hey, why would you expect something like that? But they're young and assassins, and they're kind of like one way of fixing the thing, and they have to kind of work around it sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I was doing that. I was like, I want to whoop all of these dudes behind. Like, I want to fight them. We're going to go ahead. Take me out, because I don't want to even be in the room with you. Which they would be able to. Yeah, that's what it's like. Added meeting, and I was like, all over. I was like, oh, this is awesome. She's like, no. But yeah, that's nice. This is where I was. Good gracious. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad you were impressed. So, I hope it helped a little bit. I was like, man, oh my goodness, this is fantabulous. I'm loving it. But okay, yeah, you get the updates. You love them. Okay, good. 227 words that round. Good. Glad you like the comments. I need to work on showing and not telling. True. Do you start working on that like in early drafts, or do you kind of wait until later? I know I'll wait a little later. I'll wait. I'm usually more of, I use that TK method. To put a note here to describe stuff. Figure out another way of telling it. In which I saw something the other day. I think it was, I don't know, I think they were doing a review on, I think it was like a movie review, and they had a conversation about AI in it, and they were talking about how you can click a button and it says show don't tell, and it rewords it, and then you have to fix it and everything. And I was like, so we're just taking all the technique out of there, learning. You have to learn. You're never gonna get any better. That's like if I just constantly did nothing but trace, like and didn't try to do something else. If I never tried to blend skin tones and stuff like that, we're never gonna learn. So it's like I don't think it matters what area it is. Once you start making it to where that tool takes all of the creativity away from you, I think it's kind of weird. But I was like, it's interesting if you're trying to learn. Like, it's telling you suggestions and it gives you options and tells you how to do more of a show don't tell. I think that's fine because I think that happens in stuff like Grammarly and Pro Writers Aid. So I'm like, I don't think that's a problem, but man, don't just do it. And jumping on that, just gotta make sure I can between other. Okay, yeah, like check your schedule, check your schedule, see what you can do, and sign up. Oh, I think so. You might be a little too hard on yourself because I definitely, like I said, I have a lot of. So I'm working on the second draft, so I have a lot of TK notes. So it's gonna be quite a bit longer because that's when I gotta add all the stuff in there. Descriptions, like I know what the characters look like and all that good stuff, but it's like descriptions of areas. Even though I do have a basic description, I still have to make sure certain parts of the timeline, like day night. Is it the permanent? Is it like the endless winter area? Things like that. So I had to be a little careful with that, but then I fill it in, and then that also makes me change stuff because then you rethink the area, the description of the area, and you're like, well, if that's happening, then these characters can't be running around in their shorts. And there's like a endless frost happening in this area because it's affected by this particular thing. So it's like, okay, now I gotta, they need to put some clothes on. I mean, yeah, there is one character though where he would definitely wear like if he was in like today here, he would be that person from the South go and be wearing just nothing but shorts all the time and flip flops and socks. And it's 20 below. Let's see. I feel like we're showing you're giving perspective on something that didn't have one. Like if it's a house imposing or something else, we'll see instead of fade into the background. Yeah, like because that's part of like when I say I'm talking about descriptions. Messing around trying to get this stuff to feel alive in the story. The book I'm reading now with what is it, Delicious Monsters. Right now I'm I'm 2/3 the way through, and the way she describes like the house, that the oppressiveness of the house, how it seems to be like destroying, how it's dealing with supernatural and everything. So the supernatural oppressive nature of the house is really descriptive. It's going, I'm really enjoying it so far. So they're doing really good in descriptions, which I did like her previous books, and she was really good with descriptions, especially describing food. I know some folks don't like it, but you can describe all kinds of food to me, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Obviously, I'm be like, okay, I'm gonna need you to put a recipe up in there. Let's see. People will eventually learn the proper way to use AI, just like how people learn to use computers and the internet. There will be growing pains, though. Yeah. Like when I first started hearing about the artwork being done with AI, I was like, oh my goodness, that's a great way to kind of like flesh out some, like you may be doing thumbnails and things like that. And then I saw what they were making with it after like the huge update it got. Now, they're just gonna skip over artists. That's just what they're gonna do. Let's see. It's not always rough, so be kind. Absolutely, most showing comes in later drafts. Like they got off the ship and used the gadget and blah blah. Lush forest. Oh yeah, do same. Like I said, I'm working on the second draft of this, and even with my short stories, I would have like 6 to 7 drafts before I would try to give it to anybody to even do the first like alpha read, then beta read for the group of authors that are in the anthologies that I would submit to, and that would be pretty much it. But like I would have to do the 6 to 7 drafts first, and then fix whatever they're talking about. So yeah, I'm filling in a whole bunch of stuff. It's like it's a overrated outline. That's pretty much what the first draft seems to be. Yep, that is help. You take it easy. Yeah, absolutely take it easy. Trying to make it a novel. I prefer description to be minimal. If it's relevance, I want to know. But if not, use the imagination to make it look however I want. Yes, cameo food descriptions. Give it to me, and give me a recipe at the end. If it's a cozy murder mystery, in which that's such a weird thing, cozy murder mystery. But and it's like a bakery and it's a cookie shop. Put that chocolate chip cookie recipe at the end of that. I need to know. Definitely take it easy. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Okay, y'all. So, all right, we have come to the end. Time is up. We have been sprinting for 3 hours on this stream. I think we were sprinting for like 40 minutes on the previous on the previous one. Good gracious. But it was fun. I did meet my goal for this sprint to try to finish up, fill in the 2 other chapters. Well, actually, it's 3 chapters. Yeah, 3 chapters. So I filled in a bit more description in areas and fleshed out 2 of the scenes because it was just like you said. It'd be you're doing one thing and then somehow or another they got into this other area. So like some connective tissue was done. And yeah, so I do hope y'all enjoyed your night writing with me. We stayed a little later, technical difficulties, and just because we just was in the groove. I will be back here on Wednesday. And wait, no, what's today? Today's Tuesday. No, we'll be back here on Thursday. So make sure you check the schedule below. I know Chelsea has a interview tomorrow, so I know what am I saying? Appointment, prior engagement for tomorrow. So we won't be doing any sprints tomorrow in the morning, but Amanda will be here doing sprints in the afternoon. So make sure you check out the sprints and subscribe. And I think everybody that's in the chat, at least, y'all are subscribed to all of us. So make sure you do it. Let's see. And remember to write the story you want to write. Absolutely. Extra stuff later. Writing should always be fun. Yes, I agree. It's understandable. Self, what is it? Flagellation? What is it called? I don't know. That's probably a naughty word. Some. you know. But yes, you were very welcome. I'm glad to host. And Amanda is the only one sprinting tomorrow, and everything will be fine. Listen, you got this. You absolutely. And make sure, yes, please like the stream. And thank you again for joining me on Ash Right Slash, you wonderful creative peoples. I do hope you have a really good night and great day. And make sure you join Amanda tomorrow, because I'll definitely be on there, because I'm finishing up. I gotta do another layer of resin, so I'll be doing all kinds of stuff in not exactly writing, but I definitely do think for the second half of it I'll be able to write. So I do hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one.